Good day to all of you, no matter wherever you are, in whatever part of the world you are. It's UNews Weekly coming to you from the UN Information Office in Uzbekistan in collaboration with all UN agencies operating in the country. And it is the episode number 13.
This week was full of many UN events held in the country, and you will find them very soon in this program.
And I'm Bobo Kamilov.
And Laila Fatah.
We'll take you through the most important events of the week shortly. Coming to you in this program, Social Initiative Support Fund in partnership with the Ministry of Health of the Republic of Uzbekistan and the United Nations Population Fund held a roundtable conference called Healthy Mother, Healthy Child.
The main task of the project Healthy Mother, Healthy Child is the education of adults and girls.
2 more rounds of National Days of Immunization against polio started in 8 regions of Uzbekistan. These rounds of immunization run from 22nd till 27th of April and from 20th till 25th of May.
We are now in the middle of World Immunization Week, which takes place during the last week, April, every year.
The World Bank and the government of Uzbekistan signed a loan worth $180 million to the Republic of Uzbekistan for advanced electricity metering project.
As you know, that all the electricity generation in this country depends on the use of natural gas.
Land degradation has a devastating impact on rural communities in the far west region of Uzbekistan, causing a loss of agricultural productivity and damage to infrastructure. UNDP, together with international and local partners, implemented and completed a project on ecosystem stability on degraded land.
Ecosystem stability is very important, not only in Uzbekistan, it is important for all countries.
But our first story is about a ground round table held in Tashkent on Healthy Mother and Healthy Child. The event, put together by the Social Initiative Support Fund in collaboration with its partners, including the United Nations Population Fund and the Ministry of Health of Uzbekistan, aimed at raising the awareness of the population about the importance of reproductive health in the families. We were joined later after the event by Ulugbek Hakimov, who is the Youth Project Assistant of the United Nations Population Fund, to tell us more in detail.
Healthy Mother, Healthy Child initiative brought together the 3 major partners in Uzbekistan: UNFPA, Ministry of Health of the Republic of Uzbekistan, Social Initiative Support Fund, to discuss the maternal health and the reproductive health issues around the round table in the recent meeting in Tashkent. So the purpose of this meeting was to discuss the perspectives and the activities being implemented within this project, Healthy Mother, Healthy Child, and also to discuss the 2013 state program, particularly in the field of maternity health, reproductive health, and related issues. The main task of the project Healthy Mother, Healthy Child is the education of adults and girls in the field of nutrition, anemia prevention, hygiene, and also about the reproductive health issues such as how to prepare for a child delivering period and how to take care of their children after their birth. And this project covers 12 regions of Uzbekistan, including Karakalpakstan. Key agents of the projects are doctors and medical midwives and the others who are engaging in the process by spreading the information. They particularly spread booklets, leaflets, and they hold informational campaigns among population to raise the awareness of the population about this issue. The total reach of the project Healthy Mother, Healthy Child is over 1 million people since its establishment in 2007. And since then, 40 trainings were conducted for the healthcare workers, and 27,000 trainings were conducted among the target groups, and 600,000 booklets, leaflets were disseminated among population.
Immunization is a foundation for a better future. It helps entire societies. An immunized child is healthier and performs better in school and earns more as an adult and raises healthier children as a parent. Let's listen to Kamola Safaeva, UNICEF Program Officer, talking about the World Immunization Week.
We are now in the middle of World Immunization Week, which takes place during the last week, April, every year. This is an opportunity to remind everyone that immunizations save lives during the same week, every year, in every country. The global slogan of this year's campaign is Protect Your World, Get Vaccinated. Immunization has always been at the heart of UNICEF mission. The Convention of the Rights of the Child says that all children must be equal. UNICEF considers protection from vaccine-preventable diseases to be child's basic right, like food and shelter. Uzbekistan has dedicated budget line for immunization, and we can congratulate the government for the 100% allocation of funds to supply vaccines for children 0 to 15. This means that vaccines are available for free for all children of the country. Moreover, all vaccines for routine immunization are procured through UNICEF's supply division, largest buyer of vaccines in the world. This ensures quality and safety certification of each dose of vaccine. Often people think that if vaccine-preventable diseases are almost eradicated in their countries, there is no reason to be vaccinated. It's wrong. Geographical borders are for people, not for viruses. The infectious agents continues to circulate in some parts of the world. In a highly interconnected world, these agents can cross geographical borders and infect anyone who is not protected. So two key reasons to get vaccinated are to protect ourselves and to protect those around us. Successful vaccination programs depend on a cooperation of every individual to ensure the good of all. We should not rely on people around us to stop the spread of the diseases. We too must do what we can. Getting fully vaccinated is important. Check with your local health worker whether you are up to date with the recommended vaccines. If not, make an appointment to get fully vaccinated.
Our next story is about a loan signed by the World Bank and the Republic of Uzbekistan worth $180 million, which will be used for advanced electricity metering project. And according to the head of World Bank in Uzbekistan, Mr. Takuya Kamata, the advanced meters and associated smart technologies will help control energy use and will benefit both utilities and customers.
As you know, that all the electricity generation in this country depends on the use of natural gas. So that means any savings you can create for the demand side results in the saving of usage of gas, which can be used for export or used for the heating and other purposes. That's why this project is very important. And so the objective of this project is to really achieve energy efficiency and more specifically reduce the commercial losses of electricity companies in the billing and meter reading and collection of those bills. So that really increase the efficiency of those commercial aspects. And the loan amount is $180 million, and we are doing it together with Asian Development Bank. And in the end, 1.2 million meters will be purchased and installed for the residential users or commercial users and so on. So this cumbersome procedure of your meter readers visit and take notes and then send your bill and you go to and pay with the bills with a plastic card, you can reduce a lot of time on that aspect because the data will go to the central processing center automatically. And they can process your bills automatically, and so that makes whole system very efficient. So many users in Sridaria Oblast and Tashkent Oblast and Tashkent City will benefit from this project.
Due to its geographic and climatic characteristics, Uzbekistan is particularly vulnerable to land degradation. And this is especially the case in the nation's arid regions, in Bukhara and in Karakalpakstan.
For the first time on UN News Weekly, we welcome a special guest from a project that has already been completed and that has worked to reverse desertification and its negative impacts by encouraging ecosystem sustainability.
So it's a special guest section now. So our special guest for this edition of UNews Weekly is Umidjan Nazarkulov, who is the National Technical Coordination of UNDP GEF, Achieving Ecosystem Stability on Degraded Land in Karakalpakstan and Kyzylkum Desert Project. Welcome to our show, Umidjan.
Thank you.
So today is going to be a very interesting conversation because you will tell us about a project that has already completed and has results and further impacts.
So the question that is coming first, would make sense to start with a point to make about the aims that it made and targets that it intended to achieve and how that all went along.
Yeah, thank you, Babur. Thank you, Lalo. I want to say that ecosystem stability is very important, not only in Uzbekistan. It is important for all countries because of processes of desertification and climate changes and biodiversity, and etc. And our project was aimed to contribute in achieving ecosystem stability in our areas of Karakalpakstan and Bukhara region. And in this way, we tried to prevent land degradation. And of course, we have aimed to help people to adapt to this situation with climate change, desertification, and Aral Sea problem, especially. And what I want to say, it was not easily work in these areas because of the scarcity of land resources like water, like land, I mean soil, profitable soil. And therefore we used a interdisciplinary team under leadership of our project manager, Ms. Irina Bekmirzayeva. And I think we achieved some results. And these results are stopping sands. Firstly, it was one of our first issues. Second was testing desert plants economically and ecologically profitable or having benefits for local people.
Sorry, if I may intervene before we go any further. When you say interdisciplinary team, do you mean the team of experts coming from different areas that play an important role for different components of your project, or do you mean something else?
Yes, I said that the project was very complex, and that means that we have dealt with such areas like pastures, like forestry, like water delivering to the communities, and etc. This economical assessment was needed, and therefore we needed different specialists or experts from different fields, and it was not easy to collect them and bring to work and make an important result, achieving ecosystem stability.
Mm-hmm. It's very interesting because in comparison to the climatic differences and characteristics of Uzbekistan with other Central Asian states, climate in our country is rather mild, and it would seem to a complete stranger quite stable. So what makes ecosystem stability so important and urgent for Uzbekistan at this point in time?
Yes, I find that the importance of ecosystem stability for Uzbekistan includes, firstly, anthropogenic influence. I mean that this economical using of marginal resources in desert pastures and in this water resource area has brought to the situation that now we need new management kinds or forms for using marginal resources. Because I have to say that more than half of territory of Uzbekistan is pastures. It are the desert pastures that can serve as economical resource, and we can as a land or as a country receive from these areas a lot of profit for
Is
our
it a sort of an
GDP.
innovation?
Yeah.
Is it sort of an innovation? So
Yeah.
did this approach exist before?
Yes,
of
of course.
using the land and the pastures as economic resource for the country.
Yes, but now we have a problem with watering of these desert pastures areas because of our old system or this watering system created by Soviet time is destroyed. And we need to restore it. And with small examples from our project, we could show the people and government and local authorities that they can use better these wells, water wells in pasture. And that is one side. And other side, we can use these wells for reducing pressure on the pastures, because without wells, our these herdsmen or these shearcats concentrate herds on one wells, and these around these wells are all land is degraded.
Mm-hmm. You are working
overgrazed.
Exactly. You know, your story tells me or hints at the factors that are very important. That includes collaboration with your partners, collaboration with local entities, local authorities. And how has that collaboration come about so far? What are the results up to date?
Yeah, our main implementation agency was main forestry department of Uzbekistan. It is a department of Ministry of Agriculture and Water Resources, and we worked close together. And our results included in a state program for afforestation. It is a program for next 5 years. It was very important to work in Aral Sea bottom region, because this sand, salt intervention in villages became a big problem. It is unhealthy social economic aspects, and we have worked with a range of scientists. It is our research institutions. They are
local and international.
International too. Yeah,
yes.
But we have several international experts and organization we work with. It was, for example, ICPA. This International Center for Bio-Saline Agriculture. We have a good example of a cooperation in growing such cultures or plants that were very useful for people and for useful for fodder for animals, and in this way we could remote people from the traditional employment or traditional income sources that now don't exist. I mean, for example, fishery.
Yes.
I mean, for example, this animal husbandry. Because the degraded land and disappeared sea cannot offer now the same employment as in past time.
And it also makes it difficult to preserve those species in those lands because of the lack of the resources in those areas. Yeah, it now looks like the collaboration with international experts has served also as a good ground for local scientists as well. And I think when we talk about the results that your project has achieved, I think we all agree that these results are quite high and very ambitious, and some of them are very inspiring. So my last question is how do you make sure that those results that you have achieved are sustainable? How do you sustain them in the long run? Once the project is over, my understanding is, isn't it?
Yes, you're right. Yeah, it is a very important question. We followed during whole project that our results will be sustainable. And of course, it is not so easy because the people who involved in activities of project should be interested, should have some interest in further using our results. And I can say we worked. Therefore, we have worked in several levels of decision makers and beneficiaries. For example, in this local level, we have created two important institutions. It is water user groups and pasture user commission. That the people involved in our activities self-managing. Self-managing.
So they become responsible for
Yes.
the common purpose now.
Yes, it was very important. For example, this pasture user commissions, this coordinate pasture use. After our recommendations and after our approach, we offer it. And on the regional level, local level, regional level and Rayon district level, we have created some groups on integrated land use planning. And it was very important that government people or this district authorities are involved. And now this center works and control and coordinate whole planning of land using. And on the government or on the national level, we tried to make drafts of amendments to law and other legislative documents in order to improve pasture use management. And our amendments and this statute of pasture users is now in the process for submitting to the government of Republic of Uzbekistan. One example of sustainability of our results is the participation of new projects in our regions or in our pilot areas. For example, there's a joint program of UN that's sustaining the livelihoods affected by the Aral Sea disaster is working in our pilot sites in Kazakh in Karakalpakstan, and we on the end of project we collaborated very close with this program. And new project is going now. It is this UNDP JEF project is reducing pressure on natural resources in competing of land use forms. This project will start next year, 2014.
Thank you very much. I think we have pretty much covered the project and the goals, and some of the results are quite inspiring, and wish you good luck with the rest of your vision and the purposes.
Thank you, Babur.
Thank you. Thank you. With this, we bring the 13th episode of UNews Weekly to an end, and we thank you for your company, of course.
For these stories and more, visit www.un.uz.
And also, across all platforms of social media, you can stay abreast of all the latest developments happening in the life of United Nations by going on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Unique Tashkent. So for now, from me, from Lalo, and the rest of the team, it's goodbye.